What's up, everyone? Today's Wednesday. We got 11 games on today's schedule. Pretty big card. I looked at all the games, guys, did the due diligence, the whole bit. Separated three picks. Guys. We'll get those picks in just a moment. First, let's do a quick recap from yesterday. 3-1 on the night. Should have been a perfect night, but that fucker Dorian Finney-Smith, man, I got so pissed yesterday. Even though, to be fair, Denver probably didn't deserve to win the game again yesterday, but when it came down to it, they were up 7, guys. In overtime, the dude hit a meaningless bucket with 0.3 seconds on the clock. Stat padding like a bitch. Ruined our perfect night, man. Usually, I'm pretty calm about this stuff, guys, but I hate it when they score meaningless buckets like that. It's like no point to it. We got hooked. We had him with the Denver with the -5.5. They ended up winning by 5. Whatever. It is what it is. We move on, guys, tonight. 3 picks tonight. Let's hope we have a little better luck. Even though, guys, I should not be complaining. 3-1 is a good night. We did bounce back. Let's see what we got tonight, guys. See if we make some money on this Wednesday. Let's go. All right, first pick tonight, guys, coming in the game between the Pistons and the Sixers. Sixers are 4-point home favorites, 218.5. Both teams have been stinking it up to start the year. Detroit 0-4, the Sixers 1-2. Detroit, though, to be fair, guys, the scheduling has been pretty tough. The games that they lost, the first one to Indiana, second one to Cleveland, then Boston, then Miami. That's a pretty tough schedule, guys. The last 2 games, they were very competitive. Against the Celtics, guys, I'd say they were unlikely to not win that game straight up, and they were like 13-point home dogs. They played pretty good basketball in that one. And against the Heat, they were competitive, lost by 8, but were right in the ball game pretty much throughout. So just pretty much tough scheduling for Detroit. They have improved, guys, gotten some veterans on their roster. I think when it's all said and done, they're going to finish with a better record than they did last year. Detroit. Philly, guys, 1-2 to start their year. They picked up a win, their first win of the year against the Pacers, 118-114. We know they've been playing without Embiid and Paul George. Both these guys are not going to play again tonight. 4-point home favorites here. At some places, guys, I even see a 3.5 for Philly. This line is obviously very, very low. I had this estimated around 6. Philly favored by 6. Books beg to differ. Guys, in this game, I'm strictly going to play the line here, and I'm going to take the Pistons with the points. Pistons +4 is going to be my play here. Detroit, like I said, guys, had a tough schedule in the last 2. They've been showing some pretty good stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if they went in there and did some damage to the Sixers. Until they get Embiid and Paul George back, guys, Philly, not that impressive so far to start this year. Let's take the Pistons here, guys, and the points. First pick of the night. All right, up next, Toronto and Charlotte taking on the Hornets. The Hornets are 6.5-point home favorites, 225 the total. Toronto 1-3 to start the year. Not much talent, guys, on this ball club. But Darko Rajakovic, their coach, does have his players playing hard. If you exclude the first game where they got destroyed by Cleveland, the next 3 have been they've been pretty competitive in their last 3. They did beat the Sixers. Last 2 dropped them to Minnesota and Denver in overtime. Unfortunate, guys, to lose that game against the Nuggets. They're playing hard, being as competitive as they can be with what they got. Like I said, not much talent. Plus, they got a bunch of regulars out with injury. The list is pretty significant. Kelly Olynyk, quickly, Bruce Brown, and now, guys, Scotty Barnes. He got injured late in the game against Denver. He's added to the injury report. He's not going to play this game tonight against Charlotte. Arguably, the team's best player, Scotty Barnes, going to be out. Charlotte 1-2 to start their year. They won their opener in Houston on the road, 110-105. Dropped their next 2 to the Hawks, and in their last one, Miami. 6.5-point favorites, guys. Pretty big number for a couple teams that I think are pretty evenly matched. I think anything can happen in this ball game, guys. And I kind of like the angle with the star player being out. Kind of reminds me of the game Golden State New Orleans yesterday with Curry being out. Golden State played lights out, won that game. I'm going to take the Raptors here, guys, with the points, +6.5. Like I said, players do play hard for Toronto. Charlotte, guys, no powerhouse. 6.5 points, I think, is a joke. I'm going to take the points here with the Raptors for my second play of the night. All right, third and final play, guys. Portland in LA taking on the Clippers. The Clippers are 8.5-point home favorites, 216 the total. Portland 1-3 to start their year. Their only win coming against the Pelicans. They had a little 2-game mini series at home against New Orleans. their only win of the year. Even though they probably could have won both games, only picked up one of them. And in their last one, 13-point loss against the Kings, it wasn't that close. They got down by 20 plus late in the fourth. Garbage time, managed to cut it to 13. A little more respectable, even though a 13-point loss, I don't know how respectable you can call that. Portland 1-3, guys. Pretty much the same team from last year. I think we know what to expect with the Blazers. The Clippers, on the other hand, 2-1 to start their year. Very good start for the Clippers. They dropped their opener at home to the Suns by 3 in a game that they probably should have won. But that didn't stop them, guys. They went on the road, beat the Nuggets 109-104. They were 7.5-point dogs in that game. And the last one against the Warriors, another win, 112-104. They were 9-point dogs there. Granted, Steph Curry did get injured in that game for the Warriors, but the Clippers guys were playing like some mad dogs. Tyronn Lue had his guys playing with a huge sense of urgency, guys. And we know Paul George no longer with the team. Kawhi Leonard out. James Harden, guys, signed a new contract with the Clippers. And he looks like he's been reborn, playing some pretty good basketball. Now, guys, in this game, to be honest, guys, usually when I see a team like the Clippers, they've had a tough schedule. They've played up to the competition, guys. And they've gotten 2 wins, 2 out of the 3 games that they've won. And now they're playing against a team that is not that good. There is always a risk for them to play down to competition. And objectively, guys, they're no powerhouse this year. They're not going to be the Clippers of the previous years. So I think this line, this 8.5-point line, is a tad high in my opinion. Of course, there's always a risk betting on Portland because they do suck. Plus, another thing I don't really like, guys, is the head-to-head. The last 10 games, the Clippers have won 9 of them. 9 of the last 10 games. Even though, guys, against the spread, they've only gone 6-4, so it's almost 50-50. I'm going to take the Blazers here, guys. I'm going to take a shot here with the dog, the plus 8.5. It is risky, of course, but I think the Clippers, guys, when they play against a lowly team, they've played against good competition so far. I think they could play down the competition. There is a risk. I'm going to take Portland here, guys, with the points, third and final play of the night. So, for tonight, guys, I'm going to be going with these 3 doggy dogs. And overall, guys, looking at the schedule, I see quite a few dogs that I think have a good shot at coming through, but these are the ones that I like the most. Tonight, Detroit with the plus 4 is probably my favorite bet of the night. The Pistons, a pretty low number, guys. Looks a bit trappy to me. Plus, Detroit, like I talked about in the analysis, guys, they might be 0-4, but they've been playing pretty well. They've been playing some pretty good basketball. The schedule has been tough. And Philly, guys, without Embiid and Paul George, they haven't really shown me anything that great. I think this game could go down to the wire. Plus, it is a bit trappy looking, guys. Pretty low line. I think Philly's going to get some love here. I like the Pistons here, guys. Pistons. And Toronto plus 6.5. Pretty even. I think these two teams are pretty even. Charlotte has played a little better than Toronto so far. But Toronto, guys, playing hard. Without Scotty Barnes, I'm playing the angle here with the star player out. Bet on the team plus 6.5, the Raptors. And the plus 8.5, Portland is more of a fade of the Clippers. I think it looks like a letdown spot. Of course, the Clipper guys have been playing better than the Blazers. And the Blazers did look like shit against the Sacramento Kings. But like I said, looks like a letdown spot. I'm going to take a chance over there with Portland as well. Still going quarter size, guys. I might go a little heavier on the Pistons. I'm really liking this play for tonight. But overall, these are my 3 picks. That's going to be pretty much it for me tonight, guys. I'm going to wrap it up right here. Remember, like the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I would appreciate it. And as also you can see down on the ticker, I'm going to say this in every video, guys. Always bet responsibly and always bet what you like. Don't follow anybody blindly, guys. Always, at the end of the day, bet the games that you like. I'm giving you some analysis, and my picture doesn't mean that you have to follow me on everything. Even though I don't think it'll work out too bad for you if you follow me in the long run. Anyways, that's it. Enough rambling from here, guys. From me, I'm going to wrap up the video and wish you all good luck on your plays, and I will check you all again tomorrow. Later.